If you are still detailing slab without first understanding how they behave structurally, then you are leaving your design at the mercy of guesswork, and that's dangerous. Welcome to SamGoz Engineering. In this video, we are diving deep into backbone of most floor systems, the solid slab, one of the most commonly used slab in reinforced concrete construction. Now, when we talk about solid slab, we are not just talking about one generic type. In fact, solid slab comes in two major categories: one-way solid slab and the two-way solid slab. And in this section, we are going to break both of them down in clear and practical terms. We will look at how they carry loads, how to identify which one you are dealing with, and how to detail them correctly, from bad directions and spacing to choosing the right reinforcement for each case. And yes, while our focus is on solid slab, I want you to also know that as a structural engineer, you will encounter other slab systems like flat slab, waffle slab, leaf slab, and even hollow coil slab. And each of them has its own structural behavior and detailing approach. But don't worry, today we are keeping things clear and hand-on by focusing on solid slab, because once you understand how to detail solid slab properly, transitioning to other types of slab become far easier. So whether you are a student, a design engineer, or just someone trying to understand slab reinforcement the right way, you are in the right place. I'm Miracle Okeke Richard, and this is where we break down structural design clean, fast, and straight to the point. And if this is what you want, you can quickly subscribe. We will quickly dive deep into different types of slab that we have. So first, starting with solid slab. So coming over to solid slab, look at it here. This is a solid slab. So solid slab is a slab that is usually supported by beams around its corner. Look at a beam here. Look at a beam here. So solid slab is just a type of slab that is being carried by a beam, mostly in all directions, but not really in all directions. So this is a type of solid slab. Don't worry, we will dive deep in solid slab when we start our detailing. But the things you should know about solid slab is that make sure in solid slab, limit your slab area to 30 meter square area. Yes, because if your area is more than 30 meter square area in solid slab, it will start causing deflection. So doing your design and also structural framing, make sure that you limit the spacing to 30 meter square area. We also have two types of solid slab, which is one-way slab and two-way slab, but we will still explain that more when we come to detailing. So coming over to flat slab. Flat slab are slab that are supported directly by column. Look at it here. Look at example. So this is a flat slab. It is resting on a column. It is mostly used in buildings where we need more headroom. For example, hotel building, mostly commercial building or high-rise building, where we need more headroom. Because if you are using a solid slab, if you are using a solid slab, there will be a drop beam. So that drop beam will reduce the height of the story. So in a case where we need more headroom, that's more story height, you use this flat slab. And also, this flat slab is normally used in high-rise building because of load reduction, because flat slab is of a lesser weight than solid slab. So it is normally used when we need load reduction. That's mostly in high-rise building, because once your building is going high, you need to reduce its weight. So we normally use flat slab or waffle slab. And also, this flat slab, the column spacing can span between 6 to 8 meter. When I say 6 to 8 meter, it doesn't mean that it cannot go below 6. It can go below 6, but perfectly fit between the range of 6 to 8 meters. That's the column spacing. And two, flat slab mostly face one critical problem, which is punching. Yes, punching. And two, as a result of punching, to counter for that punching, we normally provide drop panels. Yeah, look at it. This is a drop panel. This is a drop panel. So this one is a drop panel, and also, or we can provide column head. Yeah, if you can see, this is a column head, or you can provide the one that has both drop panel and also column head. But in the case you don't want to provide drop panel or column head, you can now provide punching reinforcement in that area. Yes, you can provide punching reinforcement. So you'll not be having drop panels or column head. You just provide only punching reinforcement. So coming over to waffle or leaf slab, but this one is a waffle slab. I'll still show you a leaf slab. They are also used in high-rise building for load reduction. Yes, because if you use waffle or leaf slab, it has a lesser weight than solid slab, so it is used for load reduction in high-rise building. And also, it is used to carry large load. For example, where we'll be having a heavy load resting on a slab. Yes, waffle slab is a very good type of slab to use because it can carry heavy load. Look at it, all these things you are seeing here, they are all beam. Yeah, this is a beam, this is a beam running. So waffle slab carries heavy loads, and like I have said before, they are normally used when we have large area, that is when the column spacing is more than 8 meters. Remember, for flat slab, the column spacing is within the range of 6 meters to 8 meters, while in waffle and lip slab, the column spacing is 8 meters and above. So this is a picture of waffle slab. If you can see, we have beam running in both direction. Yes, we have beam running in both direction. But if it's a lip slab, we will only have beam running in one direction, and I'll quickly show you that. So as you can see, this is a picture of a lip slab. So it has the same property with waffle slab, but the thing that waffle slab carries more load than lip slab, but they have the same property. Then finally, coming over to hollow coil slab. Yes, if you can see, it is a precast and pre-stressed slab, and they are used to reduce self-weight. So this type of slab is being casted in factories and then installed on site, and it is normally used where we have long span and also where we need to carry large loads. This is the slab that will be detailing in this video. Yes, I already detailed it, so this is the end product, but look at what we got from ProtaStructure. Let me come over. Look at what we got from ProtaStructure. Yes, look at what ProtaStructure gave us. So I will detail this thing from scratch. Yeah, so what I will do to detail it from scratch, what I will do is that I'll first of all copy out this thing out. So I'll copy it out. I'll do CO, enter. So I'll copy it out. Yes, I want to copy it out. Then I'll now paste it in stone bridge detailing template. Yeah, because in all my detailing, I use stone bridge detailing template. It's a powerful template that I'll advise all the structural engineers to get. Yes, it's a very powerful template because it will really save you times. It will really save your time once it comes to detailing. So I'll copy it out. I want to delete all the necessary things that I don't need before pasting it in stone bridge detailing template. For example, I don't need this ghost axis. Yes, this ghost axis was being inputted in ProtaStructure when I wanted to model this cantilever. So that's when I introduced this ghost axis. So I don't need all the ghost axis here. So what I'll do is that I'll right click, then click on select similar. I'll click on select similar, then it will select all the ghost axis, both the ones here. But what I'll do is that I'll hold my shift key, then deselect these ones. Yes, I'll deselect this one, then I'll now click on E, enter, to erase all the ghost axis. I don't also need this their reinforcement. Yes, okay, but wait, look at what you should notice here. What ProtaStructure gave us, look at it. ProtaStructure gave us T12 at 250. So this is what we got from ProtaStructure. Yes, but in this case, remember what I told you, I'll be using T12 at 200mm spacing. Reason is because if you are in all these African countries where they tamper with quality, please make sure that once you get your slab to be 250, please decrease your spacing to 200, because as me I'm using Y12 at 250. If you go to the market and get Y12, that Y12 will no longer be Y12. It will be something like Y10 or even Y8 or 9. And also we use the yield strength of steel to be 460. If you go to the market, the yield strength you'll be seeing there will never be 460. That's if you're in an African country. But if you're in a country like UK, US, and so on, and Canada, yes, all these European country or American countries, North America or South America, yes, you can use your T12 at 250mm spacing, because you know that once you go to market, T12 is T12, the yield strength is yield strength. But in African country, for example Nigeria, their T12 is not T12. Their T12 will be something like T10, and their 460 Newton per millimeter yield strength will never be 460. It will be something like 410 or so on. So for that reason, once I get T12 at 250, I'll convert it to T12 at 200 to prevent building collapse. Yes, to prevent building collapse. So but anyway, you have seen. So what we'll be using in this detailing is what T12 at 200. But I don't need this reinforcement. Yes, I don't need this reinforcement because this is not a way to detail your drawing properly. So what I'll do is that I'll just highlight them. Once I go to stone bridge detailing template, I will input my reinforcement there and detail it accurately. So I will highlight all of them. I will highlight this, then click on select similar. Yes, where is it? I'll click on select similar. Everything will be selected. Then I'll zoom out. Once I zoom out, I'll then hold my shift key. Once I'll hold my shift key, then deselect these ones. Yes, I'll click on E, enter. So this is what I'm having now. Yeah. So next thing is that I don't also need this. I don't need this color out. Yeah, this, because this is the reinforcement color. So I don't need them. I don't also need it. And I don't also need this beam label. Yeah, I don't need all of them. So I'll just click on this one, click, then click on select similar. I want a free drawing. Once I get to stone bridge template, I'll now start from scratch to detail my drawing accurately. I will hold my shift key like this and then click on E, enter. Yes, so this is what I'm having now. I guess that my drawing is free. Yeah, so this is what I'm having now. So what I'll do now is that I'll copy this in into stone bridge detailing template, and then I'll start off with my detailing. So I'll right click, hold this, then I'll do Control C. Control C stands for copy. If you want to get this stone bridge detailing template, the link is in this video description. So I'll come over to this point, do Control V, and then I'll paste it here. You know, I said that we have two types of solid slab, which is one-way slab and two-way slab. So coming over to this, I would like to use this and explain their load distribution. Yes, how load is being distributed in one-way slab and two-way slab. So in solid slab, if your LOI, that is the longer span, for example, this and this, so this is the longer span. If your LOI over LS, this is my LS, is greater than 2, is greater than or equal to 2, that means it's a one-way slab. Yes, if your LY over LS is greater than or equal to 2, that means it's a one-way slab. But if your LY over LS, that is, this is my LY because it's the longer span, and this is my LS because it's the shorter span. If LY over LS is less than 2, that means it is a two-way slab. So if it's a one-way slab, look at, okay, for example, let's do this one. Let's know whether this is a one-way slab or a two-way slab. So I'll type I'll type cal for calculator to come out. So it will pop out here. What I'll do is that I'll do LOY. So this is my LOY, 5, 6, 2, 3. So I'll do 5, 6, 2, 3. So I'll do divided by 1. Look at it, 119. I'll be having, look at it, I'm having 4.7. Yeah, 4.7. So if you see, it is far greater than 2. It is far greater than 2. That means this is a one-way slab. Then coming over to this point now, I'm having this. So I'll erase. So I'm having 5, 6, 5, 6, 2, 3 divided by 3, 6, 3, 6, 7, 0, 7, 0. So what is this giving us? It's giving us 1.5. That means this is a two-way slab. You understand? This is a one-way slab. This is a two-way slab. So let me remove this calculator. Yeah, so this is a one-way slab and this is a two-way slab. So once it comes to a one-way slab, the load is being shared between this beam and this beam. Look at it, straight. It's being divided straight. Like it, you just divide it straight. And the load coming to this slab is being shared between this beam and also this beam. What it means is that this beam is not carrying anything. Yes, and also what it also means is that this beam is not also carrying anything. Yes, because the load coming to this slab is being shared between this beam and this beam. So if we want to reinforce this slab now, that's this one-way slab, our members will be along this LS. Yes, our members will be placed like this. Let me just say OFF, enter, 225, enter. Then our members will be placed like this. That's if we want to reinforce this slab now, our members will be placed like this. Yes, throughout, because the load is being shared between this column and this column. This area is not carrying any load, and this area is not also carrying any load. So our main reinforcement will be like this. Why this one stand? Why this one? Yeah, why this one? Look at it. This one will be distribution bars. Yeah, they will be called distribution bars. These distribution bars are not really carrying any load. Yes, they are not really carrying any load. They are just here to hold these main bars, which is these bottom bars, together. And to note, anyone that is a member, it is called a bottom. Anyone that is the member will be placed at the bottom. Outside, yeah, your members, they must surely be placed at the bottom because they are the ones carrying the load. Yes, because they are the one carrying the load. But distribution bars are being placed on top. So for this one way now, this is our member, the one across here, yeah, to carry the load. Why these are our distribution bars? I'll do Ctrl Z to undo. I'll do Ctrl Z to undo this thing. So coming over to a two-way slab. So this is a two-way slab. If the load is being shared like this, remember this is the longer span, Abi. So the longer span will carry this amount of load, this trapezoidal load. If you can see, you're seeing a trapezium here. So this longer span will carry this load. Why this side will carry this load? Look at it, this triangular load. Why here will also carry this load, and here too will also carry this load. So in a two-way slab, all of them, they are all carrying load. All the beams, this beam, this beam, this beam, this beam. That's why in a two-way slab, in all direction, in like all of them is the main bars. Like in all of them, we will place main bars. But if you want to determine the one that will be at the bottom, the bar that will be at the bottom, is one of the shorter ends, which is this 367. Like this one now, this bar now will be at the bottom. Yes, but it's still a main bar. Why this one will now be on top? But this one is not distribution bar because this is a two-way slab. It's still a main bar. Yes, but this one will be my B1 and this one will be my B2. I don't know whether you understand it. This one will be my B1 and this one will be my B2. But this one being my B2 doesn't mean that it is a distribution bar. It is still a main bar because this is a two-way slab, and to load is being transferred to all the beams in this slab. So that is why this one is a member and this is a member, but this one will be at the bottom because it is along this it is along this shorter rent. Yeah, so I hope I've explained this thing well. So I'll do Control Z, Control Z. So I'll come over and also explain why is it that we used to have top reinforcement in every continuous beam. Yeah, in every continuous beam. For example, this is a continuous beam, this is a continuous beam. We are having top reinforcement here, and also even here we are having top reinforcement. So let me also show another one. For example, this is also a continuous beam, this is a continuous beam. So this is a continuous beam. Look at it, it's a continuous beam. So we're having a top reinforcement here. Look at it, this, and also having a top reinforcement here, which is this. So why is it that in a in slab, once you're having continuous beam, there will always be a top reinforcement? Reason is because let's just take an instance that we cut this beam like this now. Let's just take, for example, we cut this beam like this. Just imagine that we section, not just cut, we section this beam along this direction here. So if you section this beam here, look at what we'll be having. I'll be having something of this nature. Yes, I'll be having something of this nature. So this is that slab. Yes, this is that slab. Then this is the beam, this is the beam, and this is the beam. Let's go back so you see it. So look at it. As we section along here. So this is the beam, this is the slab, this is the beam, and this is the slab, and this is the beam. That's if we section along here, which is this, which happens to be this. So that means if you look at this thing now, it's not looking like a beam. Yes, it's not looking like a beam, and this is a column, and this is a column, and this is a column. So it's not looking like a beam, but remember, this is still a slab. So this is a slab, this is a beam, this is a beam, and this is a beam. And if you draw the bending moment diagram of this, look at it. Remember what we have said before, concrete is weak in tension. So that is why the bending moment diagram will always go like this. And for that reason, we will reinforce here. So that's why we do have bottom bars in beams, in slab. Yes, we do have bottom bars in slab because our bending moment diagram will go like this, and we'll reinforce this. Then coming over to this support, which is this is beam. Yes, this is the beam, and also this is beam. We're having moment at the top, so we must counter for that moment. If not, there will be a structure. If not, there will be a failure. Yes, so to counter for that moment, we'll provide reinforcement at the top. We'll provide reinforcement at the top, and also provide reinforcement at the top. That is why in slab, wherever we are having beam, we used to provide top reinforcement at that zone. Yes, because if you not provide top reinforcement, that means you will not counter for this moment. So this is the main reason why we do provide top reinforcement in slab. And for example, this is the free body diagram, and this the bending moment diagram. So I hope I've explained this. So right now, let's now dive in. So right now, let's now dive into main detailing. Let's now dive into detailing. So at this point, remember, we have gotten this now from the from what ProtaStructure gave us. This is what we are having now. Then this is the sample that we got from Stonebridge detailing template. Look at it. You just come here and copy a sample. Remember, I told you the advantage of this template is that it always comes with a drawing that you can reference at all times. So we copied out a sample, and this is the sample that we copied. So look at it. We have it here. And in our previous video, we have done the foundation detailing, the back base, the column detailing, even the first floor beam and column layouts, even the beam detailing. We have done all these things, so you can go and check and find all of them and learn. Yes, and learn, because I know I detailed it, that I explained it well to the way that you understand every step that I took in that video. Yes, and also remember, this thing we started from the architectural planning, then we moved to the structural framing, we moved to modeling, we moved to analysis, we moved to design, we even moved to foundation design, then we exported to AutoCAD, then now we are not in detailing, then we now did all these things. And the link to all of them is in this video description. Go and enjoy. But before I forget, if you are finding this video helpful, please don't forget, invite your classmates, share this video. Go, if you're a student, yes, you have a class group. If you're a student, you have a class group. It doesn't take you anything to just pause right now and just share this video in your class group, or share any of the SamGoz engineering videos in your class group. It won't take you anything. In fact, it will even benefit your classmates because they will actually learn. Why, if you're a practicing engineer, yes, you can also share this video at your workplace because it will really help them. Yeah, it will really help them because they will really gain a lot from this video. So right now, we are coming over to the main detailing. So first of all, I would like to match the property of everything here to look like this. Like everything here, I'll match its property to this. So first of all, looking, I'm not having any grid line here. There's no grid line, so I'll delete all these grid lines. They will not be useful to me since I'm not having it in Stonebridge detailing template. So I'll come over to this point and delete everything called grid line. I'll do E, enter. Then next thing is that I'll match property. Look at, I'll match property. For example, this is my beam line. Look at it. Let's check where the property it is. It is an STB beam, color 8 by layer, and the sorry, this thing should be okay, and this thing should be 0.18. Yeah, it should be 0.18. Maybe this one is a mistake, but it should be STB beans. Remember, okay, this one is the one I did. I did not really match the property well. Yeah, if you remember, this floor plan is exactly the same thing with this floor plan. Yeah, I made a mistake in matching the property, so this should be 0.18. Yeah, so I'll come over to this point and click on this. Once I click on this, I'll right click on, sorry, let me escape. Then I'll click on this. I'll right click on select similar. It will select every single thing. If you zoom out, you see it's selecting only this. Then I'll come over to this point and check STB beam. Yeah, I'll shake STB beam. Okay, look at it here. I'll click on it. If you can remember, we have it to be in color 8, and we have it to be by layer, and we have it to be 0.18. So this is 0.18. So right now I've matched the property of this to this. So next one we should match is this. So this is for cantilever. This is for cantilever. So we have it to be in STB concrete slab, by layer hidden through by layer. So I will escape. Come over to this point. I will select this. Once I select this, I will come over to this point. And oh, sorry, I should right click. I will right click on select similar. Sorry, I made a mistake. I click on the select. So I'll right click on select similar. I'll click on select similar. Then I'll come over to it at this point. I'll come over to this point. Check for STB concrete slab. Yeah, it should be around here. Look at it, STB concrete slab. Then we'll have it to be in by layer. Yes, I'll have it to be in hidden two. Look at it, and then we'll have it to be in by layer. I'll escape. So if you can see, we have successfully matched this property. Yes, so next thing now is to start our detailing properly. What I'll be doing now is that I would like to change all my column ash. Look at them, these ones. I would like to change them to green, so they will look exactly like this before I'll now start my detailing. So changing them to green, I'll just come and click on this, then like click on select similar. So you see that everything has been selected. Even these ones are selected, but they are already on green, so no problem. I have no problem with that. So I'll click on green. So if you can see now, I'll escape. They are all on green now. But look at this one. So you know that these columns are the ones starting from the first floor to the roof level. Like this one's on green, they started from the ground floor to the roof level. Why this one started from the first floor to the roof level? Yes, as me you are following us, as me you follow this video series, you will understand. So I'll click on this, right click, then click on select similar. Then they will all be selected. Then what I'll do now is that I'll also come to this point and turn it to green. So if you can see now, it's in green. So right now, let's start our detailing. Remember what we said about one-way slab and two-way slab. So in this case, since I'm having everything here to be the same, like I can decide to have one reinforcement running like this and it will run throughout. Yes, yeah, I want to have one reinforcement like this and it will run throughout. But then let me check which one is one-way slab and which one is two-way slab. So I'll come over to my dimension and I'll check from this point to this point. I'm having 3.8 meter. I'll also check from this point to this point. I'll have 3.8 meter. Remember, in this case, okay, in slab detailing, you can decide to detail by panel. That's, you can decide to detail only this panel, detail only this panel, detail only this panel, then do it one after the other, or you can decide to be detailing everything at once. But in this video, I'll be doing I'll be using both detailing per panel and also detailing per everything at once, so you understand. Yeah, so at this point again, sorry, I made a mistake. I will come and click on dimension again to check the dimension. I want to know which which one is two, whether I'm having any one-way slab here, because if there is one-way slab here, that's what we will do. Yes, I will also check this. Let me also check this to know whether this is also a one-way slab. Yeah, this one, I would like to check it to know that it is a one-way slab. So this is what I'm having, and I'll also repeat linear. Remember, one-way slab, if your LOY, that is the longest span, over LS, if it is greater than 2, that means it's a one-way slab. So I'll come and click on my calculator. So I'll do 3,800. That's 3,000. I can do 3.3. I can do 3,800 divided by, that's the longest span, LS, divided by 3,000. So I'm having this thing to be 1.2. That means this is a two-way slab. Yes, this is a two-way slab. So I will erase everything. So I'll erase everything. Then I will come to this point again and do that. I can do 3,000 divided by 2,000. So 3,000 divided by 2,000. I want to know whether it's a one-way slab or a two-way slab. So I'm having it to be a two-way slab because it is still less than 2. So I'll also come over to this point. I want to know whether this is a one-way slab or two-way slab. So I'll come and do 3,125 divided by 1,800. So I'm having this to be 1.7. So it is still a one-way slab. So if you can, so it's still a two-way slab. So if you can see, we're not having one-way slab here. That means it's unfortunate because I could have really explained something using this one-way slab, but it's unfortunate that we are not having
any one-way slab in this video. But don't worry, next time we'll begin when we'll be carrying out our next structural design on a new building design. Yes, maybe by God's grace there will be a building, there will be a one-way slab in that. So as you can see, everything here is a two-way slab. So I'll click on enter to delete all the dimension because it is not really needed in this drawing, in this detailing. So what I'll be doing now is that I want to detail. So for me, if I want to detail, I'll come and choose this layer. Yes, you see the reason why I chose this layer. This is slab wrinkle. So I will escape, then come over to this point, check for the slab wrinkle. So look at it here. So I'll just choose this layer. Then remember, this is tone bridge detailing template. So first, okay, let's come over. This is a cantilever. I will show you how to detail a cantilever. So I want my first reinforcement L, enter. Click on L, enter. I will turn on my auto key by doing Control F8. Yeah, so my auto key is being turned on. So I want my first reinforcement to run from this point to this point. Yes, so remember, from this point to this point. But if you can remember, we have our concrete cover to be 25. Yes, our concrete cover is 25. So I'll offset 25 backward. So I'll click on it, do 25. I'll draw it backward, do enter. So if you can see, I've offsetted 25. Then I will now do L, enter. L stands for 9. If you can remember, our concrete cover is 25. So concrete cover will be applied at the bottom and also at the top, because I want to apply top reinforcement here because of what I've explained. And also this is a cantilever. I will explain something, but just listen. Because of the bottom concrete cover and also the top concrete cover, which is 25 plus 25, it is not giving us 50. Yes, so remember, it's not giving us 50. Remember, the depth of our slab is 150. So I will not do 150 minus my concrete cover. It's not giving me 100. That means the reinforcement, this side reinforcement now will not be 100. So I'll not type 100. Sorry, 100, enter. So this is what I'm having now. So that means the sidebar of this slab will be 100. Then for cantilevers must have a top reinforcement. It's a must. It must be reinforced at the top. Yes, because remember, we agree that concrete is weak in tension. Yes, concrete is weak in tension. And two, if load is being applied to this cantilever, it is the top that will be at the tension. Yes, and two, and is the top that will be at the tension, and that means there will be a moment at the top. So if you do not reinforce the top, that means it will fail. Yes, it will fail. If you want to learn more about this, go and look at the video I did why we always provide top reinforcement for footings. Yeah, because I also explained something like this. There's a YouTube video I did why we always titled why we always provide top reinforcement for footing. Yeah, so because I did something similar to this. So because the top of a cantilever will always be in tension. So I'll come over to this point and place it at this point. So I'll place it at this point. So for every cantilever, you must reinforce the top. It's a must. It is a must. Yes, because of moment, to counter for that moment. So I'll click on this. Then at this point, I'll now input my lapping length. What is my lapping length? My lapping length is 50 times the diameter of the bar that we are using. So that is your lapping length. For example, in column, if I'm using Y16, the lapping length will be 50 times 16. Why in this slab, I'm using bar diameter of 12. So the lapping length will be 50 times 12. So if you do 50 times 12, you'll be getting 600. So I will now do 600, which is my lapping length. So I'll now type 600. That is my lapping length. Yes, so this is what I'm having. So if you check the dimension from here to here now, it will be 600. Let's check the dimension. Dimension from here to here is the 600, which is the lapping length. So this is what I'm having here. What I'll do now is that I'll come over to this point and match property. So look at this. I'll do MA, enter, and match property. So I'll come over to this point and match this property. Yes, is this. Remember, this one is our top reinforcement. Yeah, is our top reinforcement. So I'll come over to this point. So this is my top reinforcement. Look at it. It's like this. So I'll come over and do MA, enter, to match the property. So this is my top reinforcement. I'll match property. Yes, so this is what I'm having. So remember, this bar now that we're having will run from this point. It will run across this whole slab. Yes, it will run across this whole slab, because I don't want to detail this one by panel. I don't want to detail this one by panel. Yeah, I don't want to detail each panel, because as I wanted to detail each panel, I'll copy this thing, I'll press it here. I'll also copy this, I'll also press it. That's if I want to detail each panel at once. But I want this one, I want to detail the whole of this at once. So this bar now will run from this point to this point, I will indicate it. Remember, this is a two-way slab, so the main reinforcement should be across this. Yes, this is also a two-way slab, but the main reinforcement should be across. The main reinforcement should be like this. Yeah, it should be in this direction. That's our B1. But since it is still a two-way slab, I can still have my main reinforcement to be here. Is no problem because this slab carries load in all directions. So that's why I can have this one to be my B1 or B2, any of them. So since I said that this one will run from this point to this point, so I'll call it out. I'll do L enter. I'll do L enter. So that means this thing will be is running from this point to, let me just drop it here. Yeah, I would like to drop it here. So I'll now come to this point. I'll copy out this thing. This is my indicator. So I'll do CO enter. I'll copy out this my indicator. I'll copy out this my indicator, and then I'll place it at this point. Yes, once I place it at this point, I'll then come here and copy out my call out. Yeah, all these things. So I'll try to copy this, do CO enter. So I'll copy this. Yeah, sorry, I made a mistake. So I'll copy this. I'll do CO enter. I like to copy it from here. So I'll copy it from here, then come over and paste it here. Then I'll come and paste it at this point. Look at it here. I'll paste it here. So I'll also paste this one here. I'll also paste this one here. I'll also paste this here. And I'll also paste it at this point. So yeah, let's offset. Remember, we're having a concrete cover of 25. So I'll offset this thing backwards 20. So I'll offset it backward, which is 25, which is our concrete cover. Yes, remember the concrete cover of 25 isn't applied to this point. Look at it from here. This is our main line, but look at where we place this thing. So we see apply that 25 mm offset, even though this thing is not at the center, but no problem. Once you print it, it will not be seen because it is too tiny. Yes, you will not see it. So next one is that I'll come and copy out this. Yes, I'll copy out this, not just this. I'll copy out this. I'll do CO enter. So I'll copy it from this point. So I'll copy from this point and I'll paste it here, and I'll also come over to this point and paste it here, and I'll come over to this point and I'll paste it here, and also I'll come over to this point and paste it here, and I'll come over to this point and paste it at this. No, I'll escape, then I'll move this thing enter. I'll move it closer. I'll move it to this point. Yeah, so I'm okay now. So this is what I'm having. So next one is I'll come over to this point and copy out this. I'll see enter. I'll copy it out. I want to copy out from this point, so I'll copy it out and paste it. I'll paste one here. I'll paste one at this point. Yes, I'll paste one at this point. I'll also paste one at this point. Yeah, I'll also paste one here, and I'll also paste one at this point. So at this point now, to get this thing now, to get this is the number of bar that will run from here to this point, like number of this reinforcement that will run from this point to this point. So to get this value now, what I will do is that I'll get the dimension from here to here. So I'll come and click on my dimension. I want to know what is dimension from this point to this point. So this is what I'm having. I'll right click again. What is the dimension from this point to this point? I'll also right click again. I'll dimension from here to this point, from that point to this point. Yes, I'm having this. Then I click again, click on dimension. I'll then dimension from this point to this point. Yes, so this is what I'm having. So I'll come and bring out my calculator. I will do 399 divided by, remember our spacing is 200. We agreed to use the spacing of 200 and not 250 because of what I have explained earlier. But if you are living in all this European country, yeah, it's okay, you can go with 250 because it will be the correct choice for you. But for African country, I'll advise 200 because most of all these companies, what they want is for them to just make gain. So I will now do divided by 200. So I'll now do equal to, so I'm having that the number of bar that will be here is 1.9. So I'll now approximate it. I'll add one more, which is now 2. So I'll be having 2 here. Then I will erase. Then come over to this one. This is 3742 divided by 200. So I'm having 18.71. So I will now make it 19. So let me come. This is 2. So I'll double click on this. I will now change it to 2. Enter. So this is 19. Yeah, we're having this to be 19. We're having this to be 19. I'll now do 19. enter. Then I'll come over to this point. Right now, for me not to waste time in this video, I'll no longer be bringing out the calculator. I'll just press it on my own. I'll just press it with my own calculator here, and then tell you the value. You can confirm with your calculator, yeah, so that the duration of this video will not be that wrong. So I'll now do 1949 divided by 200. So if you do it, you'll be getting 9.7. 9.7. So you convert it to 10. 9.7. You move it to 10. So I'll now write 10. I'll escape. Come over to this point. I'm having 3,750 divided by 200. So in this case, I'll be having 18.75, 18.75, but I'll change it to 19. So I'll click on 19, enter. Then in this case, I'm having 500. So 500, so I'm having 550. So 550 divided by 200. So here I'm having 2.75, 2.75. So in this case, I'll change it to 3. So I'll not write 3. Yes, in this case, I'll change it to 3. So once I'm through with all these things, I'll delete all these dimensions because I don't longer need them again. Yes, I'll delete the whole dimension that I inputted earlier. So I'll now do E, enter. So they are all gone. So right now, I'll now call out this reinforcement. So what I'll do is I'll come over to this point and copy this. Do C, O, enter. So I'll copy it from this point. Yes, wait, I'll copy it from this point. I'll copy from this point, then I'll come and paste it at this point. So this way I'll paste it here. So to what will be here, this one is the number of bars. So remember, this bar now is running throughout here. I'll be having 2 plus 19 plus 10, then plus 19 and plus 3. We'll be having 53. So I'll come over to this point. I'll double click on this. Change it to 53. Then T12. Yes, T12. So this one is the bar mark, the bar number. So this is my first. This is the first bar. This is the first bar that I'm using. So it will be 01. That's 01. That's 1. So the space now is 200. So I'll change this into 200. We are not using 250. Yeah, because of what we have said earlier. So this is my B1. You know, I say since this is a two-way slab, you can call this B1 or B2. Anyone. Yeah, any of them is okay. So next now I'll do now is to come and draw the reinforcement for this slab. Yes, I'll do L, enter. So I want my reinforcement to run from this point to, let me see this point. Yes, I want my reinforcement to run from this point to this point. Then what I want to shape this thing a little bit. Enter. So I'll shape this a little bit. So then at this point I'll move this thing backward. That's to offset my concrete cover. 25, enter. Then I'll escape. L, enter. L, enter. My sidebar is 100. Yes, I'll do 100, enter. Then there is no cantilever here, so I'll just input the wrapping length, which is 600. Yeah, there is no cantilever here, so I'll just input the wrapping length. So this is what I'm having. Then if I come to this point, these two bars, they must wrap. Yes, they must wrap. So it's either I increase this one by 600 or I increase this one by 600. Anyone is correct. So I will decide I want to increase this one by 600. So I'll do 600, enter. So this will now be my wrapping length. So this bar, they will wrap. This is the wrapping length. Yes, so I'm having this. So this bar now will run from here to here. But if you see now, we will not account for this part. Yeah, in our detailing, because this will run from here to here. That means we will not account for this part. So for me, I'll just leave this part. Yeah, because aside, I know they will sure input this bar. Because if I want to detail this part, that means it will not make my work to look cloudy. Yeah, so I'll just leave this part because it's a very small portion. It's a very small area, so I'll just leave it. So I'll come here and match property. I'll match property DMA, enter. But if you want, you can detail this part too. Yeah, it depends on the engineer. So I'll match property here. Then next I'll come over to this point and then click on this and do MA. That's for my top bar. I'll come here and match property for my top bar. So I'm having this. Then next thing to do now is to call out. I'll call this thing out. So I'll do R, enter. R, enter. This will run from this point to this. This will just run from only throughout this slab. Then I'll come over to this point, then copy this, and also I'll write to copy this because I'm sure they will be the same thing. I'll do C, O, enter. Then I'll copy from this point, then I'll move it downwards, then I'll press it here. Yeah, so this is what I'm having. So look at this model. So I'll come and do TR, enter, and trim this thing off. Okay, look at it. Also enter the small. I'll trim it off. Then the next now would be now, since if you shake this place and this place, they are of the same length. Yeah, they are of the same length. That means they will still have the same number of bars running through it. Do you understand? This place, now look at it here and here, they are of the same length. That means they will still have the same number of bars running through. So I'll do CO. I'll just copy out this and paste it there instead of instead of doing this one divided by 200 again, so to save time. Then coming over, I'll copy my call out, my indicator, yes, because this is indicating that this call out is for this reinforcement. So I'll copy with my indicator and I'll also place it here. Then after this, next thing to do is I'll copy this too. I'll copy this, I'll copy this, do CO, enter. So I'll copy from this point and come and paste it here. So I would like to place this thing here so that I would like everything will be in a straight line after the terrain. So I would like to place this thing here. So at this point, I will call this is just 19 in number. So I'll double click. So how many is it? How many is it? It's just 19. So I'll delete 19. So this is T12. This one is now 02 because this is my second bar. Remember, thing to consider before you say that the bar mark of any reinforcement is the same, they must be of the same length, they must be of the same diameter, and also they must be of the same shape. Yes, the same shape, in the sense that, for example, our link, yeah, our link is rectangular in shape. Yeah, so they must be of the same shape. So in this case, as you can see, so these two reinforcements, they are not of the same length. That means they are not of the same bar mark. So I'll still change this thing. I'll still change this to 200. Then okay, in this case, is it B1 or B2? I say you can choose anyone, either B1 or B2. So I'll still like to go with B1. Yes, I would like all the vertical reinforcement, I would like all of them to just be B1. If you are finding this video helpful, please don't keep it to yourself. You can do well to share it. If you're a student, share the link of this video in your class group. If you're a practicing engineer, you can also share the link of this video in your work group. You can do it right now. In fact, it won't even take you up to 10 seconds to do it. Just pause this video, click the share link, and then send it to your class group or your work group so that more people will get to see this and they will also learn alongside you. So after this, I'll come and detail this panel. So this is the panel I'll detail now. So I want my reinforcement to run from here to here. Yes, because if I select it on from here to here, look at this another shape, and two, like it won't really match. So I want it to just run from here to here. So I'll do L, enter. So I'll come over to this point and I'll trace this line up. I'll like it to stop here. After, I'll detail this panel separate. So I'll click, highlight this thing, move it back 25. So 25, enter, escape, L, enter. Then I'll also do 100 my sidebar, enter. Then do 600 the wrapping length, which is something as top reinforcement. So I'll do enter, I'll escape. Then coming over, I'll come and match property MA, enter. Then this, I'll match property this and this. Yes, so next I'll escape, I'll come over to this point and do MA to match property for the top reinforcement. So I'm having this. So this is what I'm having now. So I would like to call out this. So I would like to do L, enter. So I would like to call it out. Let me call it out to this side. Yes, let me use this side. So I'll call it out to this point. Then I'll come over and copy this. Do CO, enter. So I'll copy this from this point. Yes, I copy this from this point. Usually I copy things from that point is because I've not yet offsetted this one. So I will not do TR, enter. I'll trim out this. So this is what I'm having. Then I'll come over to this point and then do CO, enter. I'll copy it out. Then I'll now pick my reference point from this point. So I'll copy it and then I'll come and place it at this point. So yeah, I'll come and place it at this point. So I'll copy my indicator. Yes, I'll copy my CO, enter. So I'll copy it and I'll place it at this point. Then I'll also come and copy out this CO, enter, and I will place it at this point. So right now I want to know the dimension from here to here. So I'll come and click on my dimension. So I'll click on my dimension, check from here to this point is what. So I'm having 3,741. So I'll do 3,741 divided by 200. So I'll be having 18.7. So 18.7. So I'll convert it to 19. Oh, if you see it, that means it should be of the same size with this. So this is 19. So I'll leave it like that. So I'll click on this, do E, enter, erase it because I don't need it again. So I'll come over to this point and copy. So I don't have anything like that here. So I'll just copy this one, do CO, enter. I want to copy from this point. Then I'll come over to this point and then I'll place it. So I'm not having, this is just 19. So I'll double click. So I'm having delete 19 at T12. This one is 03. Yeah, 03. That's the bar mark because I'm sure this bar mark is not the same, or it's not of the same length with this, nor with that. So now this one will be 200 at this will now be my B1. So this is what I'm having now. So since I've placed the reinforcement of this slab, next thing is that I want to place the reinforcement for this slab. Do L enter. So I'll do L enter. I'm having it to run from here to here. Yes, it will start from here. Look at here. Then I will now include this wrapping length of 600. 600 enter. Yes, I'm having this. In this case, I don't need to include the wrapping length of here again because okay, sure, I need to include the wrapping length here, 600, 600, 600. Yes, I need to include the wrapping length because this bar now, this bar will stop here. Yes, this bar will stop here. So once this bar reaches this point, then it will now continue with this. So this will now be its wrapping length. So I'll now click on this. I'll now do MA, that's to match property. I'll match this property. So this is what I'm having. So next thing is that I'll do L enter to call it out. So I'll call it out. Yes, I'll call it out. I'll call this out. Then I'll first of all offset this thing backwards. Okay, let me just leave it like that. Let me leave it like that. I'll come and copy this. Do C O enter. Then I'll copy from this point. I'll copy from this point and then I'll place it at this point. Then I'll undo TR enter. Then trim out this. I'll trim out this. So I'll come for this point. No, let me use this here. I would like to use this and do CO enter. Then I'll copy from this point and then I'll come and place it at this point. So this is what I'm having. So I'll copy my indicator CO enter. So I'll copy from this point and I'll place it at this point. So next thing is that I'll come and copy this CO enter and copy it and then I'll place it at this point. Then I'll now check my dimension. Yes, I'll check my dimension. So I'm having from this point to this point. So I'm having it to be 3074. So I'll check 3074 divided by 200. So you check it in your own calculator, you'll be having 15.37. 15.37. So I'll now convert it to what? 16. 15.37. So it will now be what? 16. So I'll delete this. I'll highlight this again and then do E enter. Then I'll be having 16 here. Yeah, 16. So this is what I'm having. So right now I'll come to this page, do CO enter. I'll copy this from here and then I'll paste it at this point. Then I'll now do 16. Yes, it will now be what? 16 T2F. This will now be 04. 04 at what? 200 B1. Yes, because remember you said that all the slabs we're having here, they are all two-way slabs. So now say let's assume that this horizontal, these vertical ones, they are all B1, that's bottom bars. So I've detailed this. If you can see these two now, this one, I detailed them based on panel. Yeah, these two are based on panel. Why this one are not really based on panel, but this I detailed it per panel, and also these ones too. I also detail them per panel. So what I'll do now is that I'll come over to this point to detail this. I'll do L enter. So I'll be having this thing to run from here to, let me say, it will stop here. Yeah, so I'll come over to this point, click on this, offset this thing to 2 by 2 to 20 by 25, enter, escape, L enter. So my sidebar is 100. We have explained how we got it. Then my lap, okay, remember this is a cantilever. Yes, this is a cantilever. You can see it is a cantilever. So I'll first of all press it and stop at this point. So I'll escape. Then I'll now click on this again. Then now include my wrapping length, which is what? 600. Yes, remember cantilever. The tension zone is at the top. That's why we do provide this top reinforcement. Then the tension zone is at the top. So this is what I'm having now. So I'll come over and match property. MA enter. Then I'll come over and match property that from here to here, my bottom bar. Then I'll come and copy this, my top bar. MA enter. Then I'll match property. Yeah, so this is what I'm having. Then next point is, okay, I want to include wrapping length 600. I want to include wrapping length. Yes, I want to include wrapping length 600. Then I'll now do L enter to call out this. This slab. Then I'm having this. So once I'm having this, I'll come over to the point, do CO enter. I'll copy this from this point and then I'll paste it here. So this is what I'm having. Then I'll come over and copy this. I'll do CO enter. Zoom. I'll zoom. Okay, no problem. I'll just trace the line. Copy it from here. Then come over to this point and then I'll press it. Then I'll zoom out again and do TR enter. That's to trim off this. Then this is what I'm having now. Then I'll come over again and copy this one. I'll do CO enter. Then I'll copy from this point. Yes, I'll copy from this point and then I'll place it at this point. Yes, this is what I'm having. Then remember, I'll be having another one at this point because this is a cantilever. And also, okay, since I'm having another one, let me scale it down. So I'll do scale enter. They asked me to specify the base point. So I still want to use this base point. So I want to scale it down by 0.4. 0.4, yes, to be small. So this is what I'm having now. Then I'll come over again and copy this. Once I copy this one, I'll still scale it down. CO enter. then I'll copy from this point. Look at it. I'll copy from here, and then I'll come over to this point, and then I'll place it here. Then I'll highlight this again, and then scale it down. So I'll do SC enter. So base point, my base point should be here. I'll scale down by 0.4. Enter. So this is what I'm having now. Next thing to do is to copy out this. I'll come and copy this. Do CO. Enter. So I'll copy from this point. I'll place it here, and I'll also place it here. Then this one too, I would like to scale this thing down. SC enter. So my base point should be here. Then I want to scale to 0.5. Yeah, 0.5. So this is what I'll be having. So one dimension. So to know the length from this point to this point. So this is what I'm having. I click a bit linear, then the length from this point to this point. So this is what I'm having. So normally the reason why we not used to include this beam region, yeah, is because this is beam will run here. There will be no slab here. This is our beam. Yes, beam has its own reinforcement, so the beam reinforcement will cover here. So that's why we used to give this space. So what I'll be having now is 1949 divided by 200. So I'll be having 9.7. So 9.7 automatically turns to what? 10. 9.7 automatically turns to 10. So I'll write 10. So in this case, I'm having 246 divided by 200. So definitely is 1.2. So 1.2 will turn to what? 2. 1.2 will turn to 2. You just add one more bar to it, approximate it. So I'm having 2. So this is what I'm having now. So we delete the dimension as usual, since we are not using it to do anything. So this is what we're having. We have dimension, we have reinforced this slab. So next thing is for us to do this one. Yeah, once you have done this one, that means we are through with all the horizontal. But I will pause this thing and just do this one fast. So I'm through with this. Look at it. I'm through with it. But remember, I forgot to change this. Yes, I forgot to change this. I'll double click on it. So 10 plus 2 will be giving me 12. So I'm having 12 here. So T12. This one will not be O. Look at it. We have done O4 before. This is O4. So this will be O5. This will be 05. Yeah, delete 5, then this will be 200 b1. So this is what I'm having. So in this case, for the one I just did now, look at it. So I'm having this to be 13. Yes, 13. This is be 04. Sorry, 0. This is 05, 06. Yeah, and this I'll just click outside. Sorry, 13, not 3. 13, not 3. So this is what I'm having now. So right now we'll be providing the horizontal reinforcement. Yes, we'll be providing the horizontal reinforcement. So I would actually like my reinforcement to run from this panel, from this point to this point. Yes, someone can decide his reinforcement to run from here to here. Yes, but if you want your reinforcement to run from here to here, you should know that the maximum length of our steel bar is 12 meters. So let's check whether this is even up to 12 meters. Yeah, the maximum length of our steel bar is 12 meters. So in case if only is 11.56. Yes, but remember, we should if you want your reinforcement to run from here to here, you should consider these side bars, because of these side bars will be 100 and here will also be 100. And also remember, most of these bars are not really up to 12 meters. Some are 11 point something, while some are 10 point something. So for me, in my detailing, I would like my reinforcement to run from there to this slab. So I'll do L, enter. Yes, L, enter. So I'll pick this point. I want it to run from here to here. So this is what I'm having. Then I'll come back here. Remember our concrete cover, as I've said before, 25. Enter. Then I will escape L, enter. L, our sidebar, which is 100. Enter. Then remember, this is a cantilever. Yes, if this is a cantilever, I'll first of all place this bar here. Once I place it, I will escape. Then I highlight it again. Then I will now move it. I will now include my lapping length. My lapping length of what? 600. Yes, the reason why we do include this one, as I've said before, is because of the top is at the tension. So to counter that tension, we have to provide reinforcement at the top. That's why. So I will now I've typed 600. Enter. So this is what I'm having now. So this is for my top reinforcement. So I'll now come over to this point and click on it. Do MA. That's to match property. Yes, okay, we'll match property. Then I'll come over to this point and match this. Yes, then I'll escape, come over to this point again and click on MA. That's also to match this top reinforcement. So look at it, I've matched the property. Then next thing is to indicate my color. I'll do L, enter. So this bar now is running from okay, let me use this side. This bar is running from this point to this point upward. So remember, it's running from here to here. So I'll input my concrete cover of 25. So I'll type 25. Enter. So I'll come over to this point and copy. Okay, let me come over to this drawing. So I'll come and copy this. I'll now do CO, enter. So I'll copy from this point and come and place it at this point. I'll place it here. So this is what I'm having. I'll also come to this point. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll come over to this point. I'll copy this. Sorry, I'll copy this. Do CO, enter. I'll copy from this point. Yes, I'll copy from this point and I'll come over to this point and
press this, yes, and also I will press this here, yes. I forgot to press this one, sorry, let me copy it again, CO, enter. Then I'll take, yeah, I'll copy it from here. Then I'll come over to this point. I forgot to press this before, I could have done it before. So this is what I'm having now. So right now I'll come over to this point and copy this, CO, enter. Then I'll copy from any point. I'll come over here and I'll place it. I like to place it, no, I like to place it here. So I'll have it here. Then this one I also like to place it, let me see here. So remember, we want dimension to know the number of bars that will run from this point to this point. So we'll click on our dimension. Then once we click on our dimension, we'll come over to this point. What's the length from here to this point? So I'm having from here to here 2 point, okay, 2950. Then I'll click on linear again. I'll click on from here to this point. I'm having 550. So I'll now bring my calculator. So you can use your own calculator to do this. So I'll now do 2950 divided by 200. So I'm having 14.75. 14.75. So definitely we are going to use 15. Yes, 14.75. So we'll be using 15. So I'll double click on this. Yes, I'll input 5. So next one is 550 divided by 200. 550 divided by 200. So I'm having 2.75. This will automatically turn into 3. That's 2.75. It will turn into 3. So this is what I'm having. I would like to move this a little bit. So I'll move it a little bit to this point. So yeah, to this point. So I'll delete my dimension because I don't longer need them again. So I'll do E, enter. So if you can see, we have, okay, I not input my indicator. So I'll copy it, C, O, enter. Yeah, so I'll put it here. So if you can see, I've provided reinforcement for this slab. Yes, look at this one will run like this, and then this one will run like this. So we'll come and input reinforcement for this slab because this slab doesn't have. So I'll do L, enter. So I want to have my reinforcement from, let me, okay, from this point. Yes, so I'll place it at this point. So once I reach this point, remember, I'll input my lapping, I'll input my lapping length. Yeah, the lapping length of 600, yeah, because it will lap with this one. So I'll come over to this point and input my concrete cover, which is 25, enter. I'll then escape, do L, enter. Then enter. Then I'll put it here, then input my side bar, which is 100, enter. Then this is a cantilever. Yes, I'll place this thing here first. Once I place it here, I'll highlight it again, then input my wrapping length, which is 600, enter. So this is what I'm having right now. Then I'll come over to this point and do MA, that's to match property. So I'll come over and match this property. I'll come over again and I'll click on this to match the top reinforcement, MA, enter. Then I'll come over and match the top reinforcement. Yes, this is what I'm having. Then I'll escape. Yes, then what I'm, that this point is same thing here. So what I'll do is I'll just come over and copy everything here. So yeah, I'll copy everything here because it's the same thing. Yeah, from here to here is same thing from here to here. So I'll just copy all these things. Yes, I'll copy also this. Then I will now do CO, enter. Then you can copy from any point, just any point of your choice. Then I'll come over to this point. I'll come and place it at this. I like to place it at this. Yeah, I would like to place it at this point. Then I'll escape and then bring in my indicator. Yeah, do CEO, enter. Then I'll copy from the center and then I'll place it at this point. We have successfully detailed this slab. Yes, we have successfully detailed this slab, and this slab. So I'll do like two more. I'll do this one and this one, then pause, then do for this and this and this and this, and resume again. Okay, I'll do this and this, then pause and then do for the remaining ones. So for in the case of this, in the case of here, in this case here, we'll be having a reinforcement from here to here. It will stop here, and also I'll have another one from here to here. So this is what I'll be having. So coming over to this slab, I'll type L, enter. Then I'll move from this point to this point. Yes, this is what I'm having. Then I'll click on this, then input my concrete cover, which is 25, enter. Then I'll escape, do L, enter, I'll move from here. Remember our sidebar, which is 100, enter. Then our lapping length, which is 600, that's top reinforcement, lapping length or top reinforcement, any of them. Then the same thing, I can decide to just copy. I want to copy this. Do CO, enter. I'll copy from just this point. Yeah, because we say we'll detail these two cells, so I'll paste this here. So I'd like to paste this here. So I'm having this. Then in this case, this thing is too much. I'll come over, highlight this and then take it backwards, and then I'll place it at this point. I'll place it at this point. Then here I'll like to input my lapping length. Yeah, my lapping length. So I'll input a lapping length of 600. I hope by now you have understood what I mean by lapping length. 600, enter. And also at this point, I would like to input a lapping length of 600. 600, enter. So this is what I'm having right now. Then I'll come over and match property, MA, enter. So I'll match property, I'll match this and also come over to this point and then match this. Then I'll come and match the top, this top reinforcement, MA, enter. Then I'll come over and match this. I'll match this and then come over and match this. Yes, next thing is to call it out. Then I'll type L, enter. So I want to call my own out from this point. Yes, I want to call it out from this point. Then I will take it up, yeah, to this point. Remember, okay, I'll come over and copy this. I'll do CO, enter. Then I'll copy from this base. Yes, copy from here, and then I'll come and paste it here. Then I'll escape TR, which stands for trim, and then I'll trim off this. Then I will, hey, I could have also done for this one too, so I'll do it together. Let me be doing it together. L, enter. Then I will paste this right here. I want this thing to run from, I want it to run from here upwards. So I'm having this too. So I'll escape. So I'll come to this point and then I'll input my cover, which is 25. Yes, 25, my cover. I'll take it back. Then I'll come over to this point and then I'll copy the CO, enter. Then I'll copy it from this point and then I'll come and paste it here. Then next thing is that I'll come and copy one of these. I'll copy this here. Let me copy this. I'll do CO, enter. I'll copy it from this point. So once I copy from this point, I'll paste it. I'll paste it at this point and also at this, and also at this point. Then next thing is to come and copy out this. Yes, CO, enter. I'll copy this from this point and then I'll place it here, and I'll also come and paste this one at this. I like to paste it here. So we'll not shake, we'll not dimension to shake. Then I'll dimension from here to here. So I'm having that from this point to this point. This point to this point is 2527. I'll repeat dimensioning again. Then I'll also copy from here. I'll shake from here to this point. So I'm having 2000. So you can press your own your calculator. So I'm having 2950 divided by 200. So I'm having 14.75, but I'll be using 15. So this is what I'm having here, 14.75, but I'll be using 15. So in this case I'm having 2575. So divided by 200. So I'm having 12.87. 12.87. So definitely this will be 13. So I'll change it to 13. So I'll put 13 here. Then once after this, you delete your dimension because we don't need it again. I'll click on E, enter. Then I'll copy this indicator. Sorry. I'll copy this indicator, CO, enter. I'll copy from this point, then I'll paste this indicator here because it's showing that this is the reinforcement that this cutout is for. So I'll also paste this thing here. So like this now, okay, after this, we even made a mistake, since we not input the numbers of bars for this one that we did for this and this. That's the mistake I made. So but let's come and do it now. So right now I'll come over to this point, click on this CO, enter. I'll copy it from this point. I'll copy from this point. I'll come and paste it in all of them. This, I'll paste it here too. I'll also paste it here too, and I'll also paste it here too. So once I'm through with all these things, so I'm having this one. What was the last bar that we did here? I think here is 6. Yes, the last bar mark is 6. So what I'll do now is 6. That means let's do this one first. So this one is 13. So 13. So I'll click on this, double click on this, so I can do it. 13 T12 at now is now 07. Remember, this should be what, 200. B now is now B2 because we agreed that this vertical one should be B1, while this horizontal one should be B2. So this is B2. So for our second one, look at it, we're having 15 plus 3, which is 18. So I will click on this. I'll be doing it and delete 18 T12 at 08. Now we have done for 708 at what, 200. So this one will be B2. Yes, B2. So this is what I'm having. Then for our next one, we'll have it to be this, which is just 15 numbers. So I'll come and I'll click on this. I'll change it to 15. Then T12 at now is 09, which is 9. That's the bar mark. The bar mark is 9, and we're having it at 200, and this is what, B2. That's button 2. Then we have this now. This should be 15 plus 3, which is something as 8, which is something as 18, not 8. So I'll click on this. Once I click on this, I'll click on it. I'll type 18. Then this should be 10 now. So this should be 10. So I'll type 10. That's the bar mark, and this should be 200 spacing based on what we have explained earlier. And this should be B2, button 2. So right now I will pause and do this, following the same principle I used here. I'll do this, this, and then resume this video again.
Right now, we are through with the detailing of this panel, and this panel. Yes, look at what I did. I provided this reinforcement, yeah, this reinforcement, and look at the callouts. And if you see from here to here, we need to provide nine, a number, nine numbers of reinforcement. So look at it, nine. The bar mark is 11. The same spacing of 200, then B2, that's button 2, that it should be at the top of the initial one. So I provided for this two. So if you can see, look at it, it's covering from here to here. Remember, this reinforcement will have this from here to here. Why? If it reaches here, yeah, the one that will run from here to here will be having top reinforcement. Yes, but me, I don't really want to include it to avoid having too much details in my work. So I just want to keep it normal. So this will run from here to here. But aside, once they reach here, they will put on top bar, which is they will put on a bar that will have a top bar at this point. For example, this type of bar, yes, this type of bar that will have a top bar at this point from here to here. Yes, why from here to here is this, but me, I don't want to have too much detail, so I just left it at this. So if you check from here to here, you're having that this is running from here to this point. Look at the color, and it's 25 in number. And if you check, this is it. And also the same thing with this one too. Look at it. This one, look at it, we're having it's running from here to here, and it's 15 in number. So if you check, look at it, to 15, and the bar mark is 13, 200 B2, and this is it. So right now, what we want to do is that we want to detail this area. Yes, remember, we're having a cantilever here, so we want to detail here. In detailing here, we'll be having two type of reinforcement. Yes, I want to have two type of reinforcement. That's the one that will run from this point to this point, and another one that will run from this point to this point. You know that the one that will run from here will have this top bar and also this top bar. So that's what I want to detail here, because I need to include, this is a cantilever, this is a cantilever, so I need to include this top bar. So that's why I will detail here. And also here will not be having a top bar, because this is not a continuous beam or a continuous slab. Yes, so I'll do L, enter. Let me detail this one. So I'll mean that this one will run from this point to this point. Yes, so I'll come click on it, then input my concrete cover of what, 25. So 25, enter. And I'll also come over to this point, then input my concrete cover of 25, enter. Escape, L, enter. Remember our sidebar, sorry, I made a mistake, L, enter. Our sidebar should be what, 100, enter. Then I'll place it at this point. Then now I'll now input my wrapping length, or I'll now input my wrapping length, which is the center and top reinforcement, which should be what, 600. I'll now click on what, enter. So this is what I'm having. So right now I'll just mirror this. I'll do MI, enter. Hey, sorry, I should mirror these two things. Yes, I'll do MI, enter. Then I'll locate this point. So where is my, it's like this is the center. Yes, so I'll now place it. Then they are asking me whether I want to erase the initial object. I said no, it should not be erased. So at this point, what I'll do now is to match property. So MA, enter. Then I'll match the property of this to this, and also I'll match the property of this to this. Then once I'm through, I'll come and match the property of this top reinforcement, MA, enter. I'll match this top reinforcement, and I'll also match this top reinforcement. So after that, I'll escape. Next is to detail this. Yeah, is to detail this one. So in detailing this one, I'll have enter. So I want it to be running from here to here to here. Yes, we already have a wrapping here to here. We already have, sorry, I made a mistake. And enter. So I want it to run from this point to this point. Yes, we already have a wrapping length. These are our wrapping lengths. Yeah, I made a mistake. I should have taken this thing backwards. So I'll take it backwards. Yeah. So if once this one comes, it will wrap with this reinforcement. Look at it. It will wrap with this. So this is what I'm having. Then I will just come over to this point. I want to come over to this point and just copy this to CO, enter. I'll copy this from this point. Remember, this is a straight line. So I have my auto key turned on, so I'll place it here. Then I'll now do TR, enter, to trim out this. So once I'll now come and match property, MA, enter. So I'll match this property with this. Yes, so this is what I'm having now. So this is the two reinforcement I'm having. So remember, this one I'll do L, enter. This reinforcement will run from here. That's for this one, will run from here and then stop here. Let's trace it. It will stop at this point. So I'll place it here. So it will stop at this point. Why this one will not continue from here? So I want it to, so I'll do L, enter again. So I want to cut it out at this point. Yes, so to show, I will not do L, enter, and I'll remove my auto key by putting Ctrl F8. So I want to have this line like this. I'll escape and also do extend this line to be like this. So this will indicate my color. Maybe I'll just match it with this property. Yeah, I'll just match it with this property. With this property. Look at it, so it will be noticeable. So I'll come and copy. Okay, I'll input my concrete cover. Yes, my concrete cover of 25, enter. So I'll come over to this point and do CO, enter. I'll copy this concrete cover from this point and I'll place it here. Then I'll also come over and copy this concrete cover from this point. I'll do
CO, enter. I'll copy this concrete cover from this point and I'll come over. I'll come to this place and also paste it to show that it is stopping here. So I'll not shake the rent. So I'll dimension from here, no place it at the center, but no problem, sha. I'll shake from here to here is I'm having 1225. So I'll not do 1000. I'll do 1225 divided by 200. So I'm having 6.12. 6.12, definitely it will not turn into what? 7. So I'll just copy. So I'll just copy this. I'll copy this, do CO, enter. I'll copy it from here and then I'll come and paste it at this point. Then double click on it and change it to 7. Yeah, I'll double click on it. Um, change it to 7. So from here to here, I'm having what? 7 numbers. I want to move it a little bit. Yes, I will move it from just move it a little bit, a little bit. Put on my AutoCAD again. Yeah, so this is what I'm having from here to here. It will be 7. I've not inputted my call outs. Yeah, this is my indicator. CO, enter. So I'll copy it from this point and I'll come and place it at this point. So this is what I'm having now. Yes, we have dated this accurately. So another one will run from here to here. So I'll do enter again. I'll like it to start from, okay, let me still trace this line. So I'll like it to start from this point to it to stop here. Yes, it will stop here. Then I'll come over. Remember our concrete cover of 425. Should I take it up now? I don't take it up. So I'll do it 25, enter. So I'll also do L, enter. I want to detail it this side. So I'll do L, enter. So I'll call it out from here. So this is what I'm having. I'll call it out from here. Then I'll come and input. I'll copy these two things. Okay, I'll copy, yeah, let me copy these two things. CO, enter. Then I'll copy it. I want to copy it from this point now. Yes, because you know we made a mistake in that one. So I'll copy from this point and I'll paste it here. Yeah, so this is what I'm having. I'll escape again. I'll escape and then I'll come over and copy this. I'll do CO, enter. I'll copy from this point and I'll come and paste it at this point. So this is what I'm having. Then I'll copy this, do CO, enter, copy from here and I'll come and paste it at this and paste it here. So I'll now shake the rent. I'll click on my dimension. I'll shake the rent from this point to this point. So I'm having it to be 1750. Yes, 1750. So 1750 divided by 200. So I'm having it to be 8.75. So definitely this will not be 9 since it's 8.75. So I'll put on 9. So this is what I'm having now. So since I'll copy the no, okay, I'll copy it from here. I'll copy from here. CO, enter. I'll copy from here. I'll paste it at this point, and also I'll paste it at this point. Remember, then I'll now come over to this point. What was our last bar mark? Our last bar mark is 13. Yes, it's 13. So our last bar mark is 13. This one having 7 numbers. So I'll double click on this. Then delete. 7 numbers, 7. Our last bar mark is 13, so this should be 14. Then remember, this is B2, not B1 again, B2. So this is what I'm having at this point. I'll also come over to this point and also I'll also do this one should be this now. This thing now is what, how many in number? It is 9. So I'll just come and erase this. Then this should be for 15. Yeah, 15, and this should be 2. Yes. Okay, if we look at this, since we deleted this one panel, since we deleted this only this panel, yeah, this is like this detail we deleted only this panel. And if you can see, this is the shorter length. Yeah, this is the shorter length compared to this. This is the shorter length. That means the main reinforcement should be around this shorter length. So that means this should be the main reinforcement. So I can decide to name this as B1. Do you understand? Because since I detailed this panel alone, so and to this is the shorter length. From here to here is the shorter length. While from here to here is the longer length. That means my main reinforcement should be along, should be like this. Yes, my main. So that means this one should be my main reinforcement because this is the shorter length. This should be my main reinforcement. So I can decide to name this as what? B1. Yeah, B1, and also come over to this one too and also name it to be B1. Name it to be B1, then come over to this point and then name it to be B2. Yes. So at this point now, let's continue. We are through with our detailing. So if you can see, this is it. So next thing now is to provide top reinforcement. Before I'll proceed to the dimensioning of top reinforcement, I would like to indicate the dimension of all these cantilever top reinforcement. You know this is a cantilever, so I would like to indicate their dimension so that aside they will know the dimension. Yes, if you finish inputting cantilever top reinforcement, make sure you indicate the length. So this is the dimension of this one, and I'll come over to this point and also check the dimension from here
to here. So this is the dimension of this. I'll right click to repeat linear and come over to this point and check the dimension of this. So from here to, I'm having from here to here, this is the dimension. I'll also right click again to repeat the dimension. Where else again do we have the top reinforcement? So this is the point, this is the point of top reinforcement. I'll repeat these dimensions. I'm having from here to be this. I'll repeat again. Then I'm having from this point to this point to be this, and I'll also shake from here to here. So I'm having that from this point to this point to be this. Then which other top reinforcement again? I think we are through with all our top reinforcement. So this one I'll just detail few, this one I'll just dimension few. That's for this one. I'll just dimension few, but I'll not really dimension all of them. So I'll dimension from here to here for this. Then I'll right click again, select linear, and come over to this point and dimension from here to here. And then right click again, come over to this point and dimension from here to here. So this is what I'm having. Then I'll escape, coming over to Stonebridge detailing template. Look at the way their dimension is looking. So I'll match property. Yes, MA, enter. I'll match property. I will come and say click on this my dimension, and also click this dimension, and also on this dimension, and also on this dimension. Where is the again? And also on this dimension. On this dimension, I will move up on this dimension, and on this dimension, and on this. I think we are through. So right now, what we'll be dealing with is what top reinforcement. So top reinforcement is being provided anywhere we have continuous beam. Yes, anywhere we have continuous beam, that means we'll provide top reinforcement for that area. So for example, look at this. This is a continuous beam, so we'll provide top reinforcement for here. And example, look at this. This is also a continuous beam. We'll provide top reinforcement for here. This one, let me say, this is also a continuous beam. We'll provide top reinforcement. This one will already provide top reinforcement for this. Look at it here. This is it. So anywhere having continuous beam will provide a top reinforcement. So in this one, this is not a continuous beam. Anyway, this is a continuous beam. But if you can remember, doing our modeling in ProtaStructure, that's if you can remember, this is a stiffener, not a beam. Yeah, we use this as a stiffener. Yeah, to strengthen this so not a beam. So that means this is just a simply supported beam. Yeah, and this is a simply supported beam, and this one too. This is also a simply supported beam. That means we'll not be having a top reinforcement for this. And also, do you have any simply supported beam again? So just know that top reinforcement in slab is being provided in places where we have continuous beam. So starting with this, so how we know the top the length of the top reinforcement that will be provided? So top reinforcement is 0.25. That's 25% of the length of that slab, 25% of that slab length, or that slab length. Yes. So in this case, that means before we provide top reinforcement, we need to know the dimension of the slab. So we have from here to this point, we have it to be 3,800. Then we'll repeat again. We'll improve from here to here. I'm having it to be 3,800. So I'll now do 3,800 divided by times, so not divided by times 0.25. So then bring out my calculator. 3,800 times 0.25. Sorry, 0.25. So I'm having it to be 950. So I'm having it to be 950. So, but I will, in this case, I'll just use 1,000. I'll just approximate it to 1,000. That's 1 meter. Yeah, I'll approximate it to 1 meter. So I'll click on E, enter. So I'll just do L, enter. L, enter. I'll just place a line from here to here. Reason for this line is just to locate the center of this beam. I'll do L, enter. So I'll from here to here, I say this should be 1,000. That's for the top reinforcement. 1,000. I will escape again. L, enter. Then I'll locate the center from here to here should be 1,000 to 1,000. Enter. Then I'll delete this E. Enter. So I'll now dimension. Okay, first of all, I'll match property here. This is the top reinforcement enter. Sorry, I'll match property enter. Then I'll match property, and I'll also match property. Then after matching property, next thing is to dimension, or you call out. Okay, let's just call out.
If you are finding this video helpful, please don't keep it to yourself. You can do well to share it. If you're a student, share the link of this video in your class group. If you're a practicing engineer, you can also share the link of this video in your work group. You can do it right now. In fact, it won't even take you up to 10 seconds to do it. Just pause this video, click the share link, and then send it to your class group or your work group so that more people will get to see this, and they will also learn alongside you.
This top reinforcement will run from this point. Yes, it will run from this point to this point. Yes, it will run from this point to this point. But if you shake now, if you see now, you see this area, this is less than 3,800. So me, I can decide to increase, I can decide to extend this top reinforcement to this point instead of inputting another detailing here again, another reinforcement here again. It will make my work look more crowded. So I would prefer to extend this reinforcement to this point, because this place now, this place is shorter than this place. Why here is just a little bit bigger than this. So for example, let's check from here to here now is how many? You say from here to this point. sorry, from this point to let me escape. Let me click on dimension again. So from this point now to this point, I'm having it to be 4,250. Why we got here to be I think 3,800. Yes, 3,800. That means it needs to be extended. So for that reason, okay, let me check for this one. So I'll now do 4,250. So I'll do 4,250 times 0.25. So I'm having it to be 1,062. That's if you do 4,250 times 0.2. I'm having it to be 1,062. So me, I can try to do 1,100. Yes, 1,100. So in that case, because I would like one reinforcement to run from here to here. Yes, in fact, I would even like one reinforcement to run across this whole thing, across this whole area. So what I'll do now is that I'll increase this to 1,000. I'll do increase to 1,100. That means, this one is already 1,000. I'll just input 100, enter. Yes. So let's check again. Let's check the dimension. Let's dimension it from here to this point. No, it's still 1,000. So I'll click on this, extend this to by 100. Yeah. So it's now 1,100. It's now 1,100. So let's check again. 1,100. Yes, the reason why I did it so is because I just want to have one reinforcement throughout. Because at sites, if you tell them from here to here should be this, from here to here should be this, and from here to here should be this, they might get confused. Yeah, but if you tell them that the whole length from here is just here 1,100, here 1,000, it will be easy to construct and execute at site. So this is one of the reasons why I want to maintain a straight path along this area. I don't know whether you understand, and also to make my detailing more clear and more neat. So for that reason, I would like to copy this reinforcement to the top. So I'll do enter. That's to move. I like to move it to this point. Yeah, I would like to place it at this point. I hope you understood what I did. So what I did here is that from this slab, and this slab, I chose the one with the highest length, which is this, and it is for 4,250. So this is what I use, and I did 4,250 times 0.25, and I got this 1,100. Then I now came to this side from here, and I choose the one with the highest strength for easy construction, for easy execution as site. So the one with the highest strength is this, which is 3,800. So now the 3,800 times 0.25, and I got 1,000, which is what I have here. So this is it. Then next is that I'll come and dimension it. Yes, I'll like to dimension it so aside they will know what they are doing. So from here to here is 1,100, and from here to here is what 1,000. So this is what I'm having. So aside they will know what they are doing. So I'll come up. Remember, we don't need this dimensioning again. Then where does that have dimension again? So I don't also need this dimension again. Where does that have dimension again? So I'll click on E, enter. Then I'll click on this dimension to match property, MA, enter. So I don't get it right. I'll click on this. I'll click on this MA, enter. Then I'll match property, and I'll also match property. Then this reinforcement now is running from. I'll click on L, enter. Is running from this point. Yes, this point to the end. So I'll escape. Then I'll come and copy my indicator, CO, enter. So then I'll come over to this point and place it here. So then next I'll come over to this point to indicate my call out. So I'll click on this. I'll move this thing by 25, enter. Then I'll copy this, do CO, enter. I'll copy this from this point and I'll place it at this point. Then next is that I'll copy this from this point, CO, enter. I'll copy from this point. I'll place it here, and I'll go up and I'll place it here, and also I'll go up and I'll place it here. So I'll come over to this point and I'll copy. Let me check which one I'll copy. I want to copy from. Okay, let me copy from here. I want to copy from here, so I'll now do CO, enter. I'll copy. I'll trace this downward. Yeah, from here. Then I'll come over. Okay, I'll come over to this point and paste this here, and I'll come over to this point and paste this here, and I'll also come over. Okay, I already have this. Remember this. We'll copy out this CO, enter, and then I'll paste it at this point. Yes, I'll paste it. I'll paste another one at where is that line again? Yeah, at this point. And I'll also paste another one at this point. So if you remember, from here to here is something with here to here, so it's 15 is okay. From here to here is something from here to here, so here should be 13, which and 2 from here to here is something from here to here, so you see 15. So I'll just change only this one to 13. Yeah, I'll change only this to 13, so I'll delete 13, enter. So I'll now come over and copy this. I'll now do CO, enter. I'll copy it and paste it at this point. Then I'm having 15. Okay, I'll now sum everything up. That is 15
that is 15 plus 13 plus 15. I'm having it to be 43. So I'm having 43. Yeah, 43. Double click. I'll double click on it again. Yeah, 43. I'll do 43. Then what is my bar mark? Well, which one is the last one that we did? I think from here 15. So this one, the bar mark of this should be 16. Sorry, I'll have 16. Then this one should be T1. T1. Sorry, capital letter. T1. So this should be T1. So this is what I'm having now. So I've done for this top reinforcement. Then whereas again, this one that the edge. So look at it already has the top reinforcement. So we're done for this. This is not a continuous. This is not a continuous. And then this is a continuous beam. So knowing that this is a continuous beam, we already have that from here to here is what 3,800 when we did this one, and to 3,800 gave us what 1,000. So what we just need is to dimension from here to here. So I'll come and click on my dimension again to know the distance from this point to this point. I'm having it to be 3,225. Then I'll do L, enter. I'll first of all, where would I put this dimension? Okay, I'll try to do the top reinforcement at this point. I'll now do L, enter. Then remember for this side is 1,000. It is 1,000. Enter. Then for this side which is 3,225, I'll now do 3,225 times 0.25. I'll now be having 806. 806. So I'll try to convert it to 850. Yeah, 850. So I'll click on E, enter. Then I'll do L, enter. Then I'll move this into 850. 850. Enter. Then I will do E. I'll do E, enter to erase. Then I'll now match property. Where's the top reinforcement? So this is the top reinforcement. MA, enter. So I'll match property with this. I'll then now our dimension. So our dimension from, so they will know what they are doing aside. So our dimension from here to here, which is 1,000. Repeat dimension again. Our dimension from this point to this point, which is 8,850. I'll now come over and match property. MA, enter. I'll match property. This, and I'll also match property this. So at this point now, I'll now call this line out. So I'll do L, enter. L, enter. I'll write it to be from this point. Sorry, it's too close. L, enter. I'll write it to be from, let me see, this point. Yeah, I'll like it to be like this. So this is my call out. So if you see it's inside this line, so I'll like it, I'll move it a little bit. So I'll try to move it from here to here. Yeah, so this is okay for me. Then I'll take it back 25, concrete cover. So 25, enter. Then I'll come over to this point and copy this CO, enter. I'll copy it from this point and I'll come and paste it at this point. Then I'll escape again. Then okay, I'll just come over and copy this. I'll do CO, enter. I'll copy this from here. I'll look at this thing is stopping at this point. Yes, it's stopping at this point. I'll paste it here. Oh, I made a mistake. I could have copied only one. So I'll do E, enter. So I'm having that this top reinforcement is running from here to here. Yes, it's running from here to here. Remember, we use this side because even though it's entering here, we use this side because this is the larger one. Yes, so since it's able to counter for this, that means it will definitely counter for this shorter rent. Yes, so this is what I'm having. I'll now copy out my indicator CO, enter. Then I'll copy it from this point and I'll paste it at this point. Yes, this is what I'm having. So I can decide to raise my dimension up a little bit. Yeah, I can decide to move it up a little bit to this point. So I would like to break this line BR, enter. I would like to break this line from this point to, let me say, this point. Yeah, so this my dimension will be free. So I'm having, remember, if I copy this and paste it, it will still be the same number, 25. Yes, it will still be 25. Yes, I'll paste it here. Yeah, that means from here to here is still 25. So I'll come over and copy, where is this one? I'll copy this one. I'll do CO, enter. So I'll do for 20, I'll write it 25. So I'll do double click on it. I'll double click on it. So delete 25. Here it will not be 17. 17, it is 31. So right now we are through with this. So we are through with all the top reinforcements for this and for this. So let's come over to the horizontal one. So we have top reinforcements here and we'll be having top reinforcements. This is staircase. So this is staircase. Look at it. So this top reinforcement have been provided for here again. So I will only have top reinforcements here because this is a continuous beam. It will not extend to this. This is a staircase. So
is okay. In fact, it's only this beam and this beam that will be having top reinforcement. So I'll pause this video and do it. So right now we are through for this top reinforcement. Remember, we said that this is a continuous beam. Yes, and once it's a continuous beam, it must have a top reinforcement. So we are through for this. So if you can see now, we stop at this point. Look at it. This is the top reinforcement that we provided. So we stop at this point because this is a staircase. So here is a void. Yeah. So this bar now, this bar, once it gets to this area, it will have a return bar at the top. Yes, the return bar will look like this. It will look like this because this is a void. Yeah, the way this one, here, look at it. Here is also a void. That's why this one has this top bar. So once this reinforcement reaches this area, it will have this top bar because this is a void. This is a staircase. So we have that this top reinforcement move from this point to this point, then from this point to this point, then this point to this point, and here to here. So this is what we are having. Yeah, this is what we're having. And if you sum everything, we're having 17. Then bar mark is 18 at what 200. This is what T1. So okay, look at the dimension that I did. So I'll erase the dimension, enter. Right now we are almost through with our slab detailing. So what I'll do now is to cut off all this excessive line, So I'll do SL, which is for construction line, enter. I'll now do H, enter, for horizontal. So I'll come over to this point, I'll place it here. Then I'll now do again SL, enter, V, enter. V is for vertical. Then I'll come over to this point and place it here, and then I'll also come over to this point and I'll place it here. Then I'll now do TR, enter. So once I do TR, enter, I'll trim off this from here to here, and I'll also trim off this from here to here, and I'll also trim off this from here to here. So I'll come and select this, my construction lines, and then do E, enter. So it has been deleted. So right now, this is my slab detail. So I'll come over to this point and copy the CO, enter. I'll copy this slab detail symbol, remove my auto key, and then I'll paste it here. So right now we are through with our slab detailing. So this is what we are going to submit. If you can see, this is what we are having as our slab detail. So this is my slab detail. So what I'll do now is that I'll copy this CO, enter. I want to copy it and place it at this point. Yes, remember, we have done this one, we have done the foundation, we have done the back base, we have done the column, first floor beam and column layout, we have done the beam, and this is the slab that we just did now. So I'll come over to this sample that I have here in stone bridge detailing template and copy out this slab sample, this thing out. I'll copy it out, then I'll do CO, enter. I'll copy it, I will come and paste it at this point. Yes, so if you can see it's too big for this, I'll just place it here and then I'll scale it down. So I'll highlight this thing, I'll highlight it, and I'll do SC, enter. They're asking me to specify the base point. I want the base point to be the center of this, so I'll choose just here, I'll take here to be the base point, and I'll scale it by 0.7. I'll click on enter. Yes, so if you can see, it is now better now. So this is the only thing that, okay, I'll move this thing upward, enter. So I'll move it upward to this point. Yes, so this is what we're having now. So right now we are through with our slab detailing. We are through. So naturally, mostly I've done everything that I need to know. For this is for the roof beam, you generate these things again for the roof beam. That's this. You follow the exact principle I mentioned. So next, what we'll be doing is that I'll be showing you how to print this thing out, how to print out your drawing. So that will be our next video, how to successfully arrange your drawing in a way, and how to arrange your drawing, and also how to print it out. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this video to your classmates. If you're a student, share it in your class group. And also, if you're a practicing engineer, you can share it with your workmates. Yeah,